Yo, what's up, everybody? Good morning, good day, what's going on? Let's kill that. All right. Most people's weekends, I think, are over. We've got an amount of people that I think are celebrating some Thanksgiving today. Yeah, so you might have some days off if you're celebrating Thanksgiving in parts of the world today. So if that's the case, happy Thanksgiving, and I hope that your extended weekend's going well. Yo, it's rando mote time already. Yo, Emo, Devea, and Daphne's father, what's up, guys? What's up? How are you guys? Hope you had a good weekend. It's good to see everybody. Today will be... Dude, did I mess that up? Hold on. Today should be day 4. I might have, Yeah, we got it. We're good. Day 4 of Dead Space 2. So, that'll be good stuff. Yesterday was a bit rough. We had some difficult things to get through in the game, and we got through them. I love that emote. So we'll see what else we get into today. We've got the rest. We're about halfway through Dead Space 2, I think. So we've got about the last half of Dead Space 2 to get through. Again, we're playing on Zealot difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty outside of hardcore mode, which is severe handicaps and things like that. Then we're going to do Dead Space 3, and then we're going to roll right into some Scorn on Friday, okay? Right into some Scorn. So that's the play. We'll probably try to line it up perfectly to start Scorn on Friday morning. So we'll see how the week goes in pushing and everything. And if we need to push hard one day, we will. If we don't, we won't. We'll just see how it goes, okay? I do hope everybody's weekend went well. And again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody that might be celebrating Thanksgiving this weekend. I know specifically that's a lot of our Canadian friendos, okay? Let's go ahead, do what we do. Let's get over here and get into this video gaming news segment, baby. Let's go. Let's do what we do. Let me get that off of there real quick. We're only 97 deaths into... we took a lot of deaths yesterday in Dead Space 2. It was pretty brutal. But we got it. From Amsterdam, sick. All right, let's get into this. I forgot to get my my web page ready. Here we go. There we go. By the way, if anybody was digging that music that was playing when the stream was starting up, that's BPM, Bullets Per Minute's OST. Very good music. All right, let's get in this. Right on. Cool, Emo. That's awesome. Let's see. Looks like there's some Nintendo sales going on this October. Between now and the beginning of next year, there's going to be a lot of sales. So what I would just say is, in general, if you're in the market for any kind of, purchases, which most people are, whether it be for yourself or gifts for others, especially around the between the end of next month into the beginning of January, there are a lot of sales. So do yourself a favor, do a lot of shopping around, get the most bang for your buck there, yeah, and we'll start seeing a lot of sales come through on the channel, and I'll do my best to hit on many of them to try to give everybody a good taste of what they can grab as far as some deals on mainly video gaming stuff, because that's what we do here in the news segment, okay? talked about this already over the past couple of days. There was a Steam Deck video that came out from Valve on Twitter, and it very quickly got noted as having a Switch emulator running on it. They didn't showcase the Switch emulator running on it, but people saw that the Switch being used in the video had the Switch emulator program on the device, and it has created a bit of controversy. I'm not going to deep dive into my own personal views again. TLDR, I think emulators are good for maintaining our ability to access the history of what gaming is, because it has not been a very easily accessible thing for us as fans of this form of entertainment in gaming to easily access old games, the history of gaming. And I think that's important. But I do not think it's healthy for the industry for individuals to use emulators to basically play free software, pirate software, not have to purchase consoles, things like that, for what may be the current gen, new gen consoles, and even previous, the previous iteration of consoles and games, which are still very prevalent in the economic universe of gaming, So if you want more of a deep dive into that conversation and what we found in regards to this specifically of Valve and their Steam Deck issue here of having that program, take a look at yesterday's news segment on our YouTube channel, okay? Oh, right on, Vea. Cool. Right on. That's awesome. That's awesome. Good on you. Good on you. There are plenty of children out there that need that love, man. That need people to take them in, and much kudos. Many, all the props to individuals that are willing to and adopt children that need that love and support in their lives. It's amazing. It's amazing. So good on you. What is this? Ooh, Microsoft has offered a glimpse at how much Xbox Game Pass actually makes. Let's take a quick peek at this, okay? Look, here's the thing. If you're not aware, Microsoft makes no money on their consoles, okay? Their consoles literally, I'm pretty sure they actually lose money on their consoles. So most of their money from their gaming division, Microsoft's gaming division, which is Xbox, right? And of course, they've got PC gaming stuff too, but the majority of it, especially their Xbox division, it comes from the sales of software, and their big, golden egg there is Game Pass. So finding out a little bit about how much Microsoft is making just off Game Pass is going to be pretty interesting. PS Plus is adding a new trial for popular 2022 PS5 and PS4 game. Let's take a look at that. Awesome, Emo. I hope that goes well for you. We've taken a lot of looks. I've even in my higher education done a lot of research in regards to just um, the effects of specific kinds of video games on the human brain. And look, what I would say is there are all kinds of research that have been done that continue to be performed on the effects of video games on the human brain, right? And um, quite often there are significant positive effects in boosting functioning of the human brain. And there are areas just in like mathematics and engineering, memory, all kinds of different areas in which different specific types of video games, and it doesn't even need to be like excessive playing of these games. Usually it's like it's different kinds of games, puzzle games, real-time strategy games, things that really make you think and strategize, and those are usually the games that really help with these kinds of functioning of the brain. And it's cool, man. There continues to be a lot of research, and it's even getting to the point of where video games are starting to be discussed in a much more serious manner in regards to being incorporated with educational systems and institutions moving forward, because for a long time now there has been so much positive positive reinforcement that has come out of the research regarding these kinds of notions, as well as the fact that video games are very good at holding people's attention, right? So it's kind of like a win-win there. I'm not going to dive into that, but if you're interested in the different kinds of video games and the ways that they can increase the functioning and different ways of the brain, then there's a lot of info out there, and I would say just take the time to look into it, okay? Yeah, this is pretty wild. TwitchCon took place, and I don't remember the name of the streamer off the top of my head, but they had like this big foam pit and a couple of platforms so people could like do the whole jousting thing and have some fun. And a streamer actually broke her back doing this. Has to have a metal rod put into her back. Like, it's pretty wild. Pretty wild. Not really gaming news, so I'm not going to dive into that, but pretty nuts. I heard about it here very recently. Kind of nuts. So, thoughts go out to that individual. Hopefully, a quick and a speedy, a speedy and really nice recovery. That's back injuries, dude, are no joke, and it sounds like a very bad one. So that's pretty crazy. I think it's just one of those like kind of freak things. Just must have really landed the wrong way. I don't know. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 will include controversial feature. Let's go ahead and get into our other. I haven't seen too much this morning really for us in regards to like new video game news. Kind of wild. But yesterday was Sunday, so sometimes that happens. New Minecraft game teased by Insider. Let's take a look at that. Um, Renegade to publish Axes and Allies. Yeah, that's an old classic game. Let's take a look at that. Again, if you haven't heard, we've talked about it a lot. It was kind of unofficially, rumor mill stuff that Google Stadia was shutting down, but Google kept kind of refuting those claims and rumors. But Google has come out now and basically confirmed that Google Stadia is in fact shutting down. That's going to happen officially in February of next year, and they are refunding people's money that if for anybody that purchased into that platform, they are getting refunds. Okay, just that's what you need to know. We've already taken a look at the new Mario trailer that just recently released a few days ago. I'm a bit more optimistic for it now after seeing the trailer. I think a lot of people were pretty hesitant about what that movie was going to provide whenever we first heard it was being made. But I think people are probably a little more calm and enthusiastic about what the movie's going to give us now that we've seen a trailer for it. It looks pretty cool. Go check out that trailer. We watched it in the news segment a couple of days ago. If you want to go check out the news segment from a couple of days ago, it'll be in there. Or just look it up online. It looks pretty good. Embracer thinking decades ahead with the Lord of the Rings. If you didn't know, Embracer has the right. They bought the rights to basically all of the Lord of the Rings stuff. So Embracer went on like a literal just shopping spree here recently of different kinds of studios. Embracer's they're the ones that bought the North American, all the North American Square Enix development studios, which also came along with the IPs of Tomb Raider, Thief, and Deus Ex, and they bought all the rights to the Lord of the Rings stuff. They've been swooping up all kinds of development studios, licensing rights, just all kinds of stuff. So let's take a look at this real quick and see what they are potentially planning or have in mind for the future of Lord of the Rings in the gaming world. Heroescape Age of Annihilation. Oh, this is going to be a board game. Sorry. Yeah, we read about this yesterday, I think, actually. It has been confirmed by the developer that Deathloop is part of the Dishonored universe. There have been a lot of connections that have been made by fans and players of the game, and has been confirmed by the developer. There's actually some Easter eggs and stuff that were a big giveaway if people were able to find those, and developer came out recently and confirmed all those notions. So, yep. No Man's Sky Waypoint patch notes released. Take a look at that. Dune Awakening official PC system requirements have been released. Let's take a look at that. This is an interesting topic here. Harley Quinn vocal actor said the movie Mario should I think, enlisted Martinet as the so. If you're not familiar, Charles Martinet is the one individual that has done Mario's voice forever. Like all those yippee and all the little quips and stuff and that of Mario, that's this individual, Charles Martinet, right? And that's actually a really good topic to be discussed. I mean, for Charles Martinet to have done Mario's voice for so long, and for them to finally decide to come out with an animated Mario movie, and then to just totally bypass Charles Martinet for that role and go straight to Chris Pratt seems, I mean, in my eyes too, seems a bit rough. So I don't know. I mean, I wonder if they even gave him a chance to try out for the role, and not that, I mean, I think the movie will be fine, probably. After what I've seen in the trailer, I think it'll probably be fine with Chris Pratt's voice, but it doesn't sound like Mario, does it? So it's an interesting topic to cover there. For somebody that's been doing that voice for so long, to not do it in a big adaptation for the movie feels a bit weird. And I wonder how Charles Martinet feels about that too. The fact that this character has always been him, and for it to just be handed over to somebody else for the movie whenever he still does all the voices for the games and everything too. It's not like there's been a total changing of the guard, right? Which it happens. I think one of the things that comes to mind is like Kermit the Frog. So there was an individual that did Kermit the Frog's voice for a very, very long time, and that changed over not too long ago. And that individual was really upset about it. But it's inevitable, right? For any character that has a long-standing life, whether it be somebody passing on or their vocal cords just can't take it anymore or something like that, sometimes it's inevitable that the voice actor is going to need to be changed out. But that's not really the case here. So I wonder how Charles Martinet feels about this. We'll take a quick read on that. Persona fans disappointed by lack of Persona 6 announcements. Yeah, what did we read? We read yesterday Persona 3 and 4 are getting some stuff, some ports over and things like that, but we didn't see really anything about Persona 6 yesterday, so we'll see what's going on there. Gotham Knights, Sonic Frontiers, and Valkyrie Elysium. See what we've got here on this article. Splatoon 3 is getting an awesome Google Easter egg. Okay. Let's do with that. We'll take a look at these articles and then we'll work our way into our gaming stuff, okay? Persona fans are disappointed by the lack of Persona 6 announcements. Persona fans have found themselves quite disappointed this week that longtime developer Atlus has still opted to not formally reveal Persona 6. Over the course of the past year, Atlus has been celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Persona franchise. As such, numerous different announcements have come about over that time, some of which have involved new ports of Persona 5 Royal, excuse me. I'm so used to saying Royale when it comes to video games. Persona 5 Royal, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 3 Portable. And while it seemed possible that this anniversary event could result in the first unveiling of Persona 6, this turned out not to be the case after all. As of this weekend, Atlas brought an end to its Persona 25th anniversary by holding a new concert live from Japan. Atlas warned ahead of time that this concert wouldn't feature any announcements related to new Persona games, but some fans held out hope that a reveal could still happen either before or after the showing. Sadly, this didn't come to fruition, which made a large number of fans wonder why Atlas opted to celebrate the Persona series in such grand fashion over the past year to begin with. The main reason why so many fans are upset that Atlas chose not to reveal Persona 6 stems from many of the teases associated with the 25th anniversary event. A handful of pieces of art tied to this event seem to indicate that Persona 6 could be revealed at the end of the anniversary. Not to mention, if Atlas wanted to properly celebrate the history of the series, it seemed only natural that fans might get a look at what Persona has in store in the future as well. Unfortunately, fans' expectations ended up being out of whack, which resulted in nothing more than disappointment. Yeah. People are throwing a fit, man. People are throwing a fit. Yeah, people are upset. Oh, man. I don't know. I'm not in that Persona, fan base. I don't really. It seems like Atlas might have been hinting towards it, but were they actually hinting towards it, or was the fan base making more out of it than was actually there? I think that's one of the things that's really hard to decipher anymore. Sometimes, anyways, is the fan base that is awaiting certain things to happen or to be announced. Do they make more of certain situations, certain information that comes out of developers than is actually there, in the hopes that it will kind of force their hand a little bit? Or is it actually the developer themselves that's just, being a big tease about stuff? It's hard to tell sometimes. Gotham Knights, Sonic Frontiers, and Valkyrie Elysium will use de novo. Ooh, okay. Warner Brothers, Sega, and Square changed the Steam store pages for Gotham Knights, Sonic Frontiers, and Valkyrie Elysium, revealing these three games will be using de novo anti-tamper technology. Gotham Knights will release on October 21st, and we haven't gotten the official PC system requirements. We must know that the game will support ray tracing reflections and DLSS2, Intel XeSS, but still, if we don't do so, that's a weird stated sentence there. Gotham Knights. Yeah. The video isn't attached. Sonic Frontiers will go into the air on November 8th. The game will use the Hedgehog engine too, and here there is the CPS requirement in spite of the lack of coverage on the original Sonic game. It will be interesting to see if this new open-world Sonic game will play a nice, smooth game on PC. Finally, Valkyrie Elysium is coming to PC on November 11th. For what it looks worth, Square hasn't yet revealed the requirements for the game software. Interestingly, a master of the ancient gods of the ancient temple, the ancient temples of the Westerns, said that the most famous man in the world will probably not have de novo. Okay, man. We'll see. Here's the thing. De novo in its concept is not a bad thing, right? For the anti-tampering stuff. But de novo tends to cause a lot of issues with games inherently, even for people that play the games and buy the games legitly. I think that's the big concern for a lot of people, is like de novo has a pretty bad track record for just causing issues with games inherently, no matter what. Legit copies of games tend to have issues because of de novo. So we'll see how it goes, man. Splatoon 3 gets an awesome Google Easter egg. Splatoon 3 released Gamer, good for you, dude. That's sick, man. All right. Cool, man. Awesome. Good deal, dude. Good deal. Cheers, buddy. Cheers. Hey, man. Happy Thanksgiving, dude. Happy Thanksgiving. All right, man. Good to see you, dude. Splatoon 3 released on Nintendo Switch last month, and Google is celebrating with a very cool Easter egg. Fans that use Google to look up any game in the series will find 3 small platters of paint on the right-hand side of their screen, on mobile or on desktop. In a fitting tribute to the franchise, users that click on the splatter will gain the ability to cover the screen in all 3 paint colors. It's a really neat tribute to the series, and one that Splatoon fans should have fun messing around with. Compared to Mario, Zelda, and even Animal Crossing, Splatoon is a relatively new series for Nintendo. The first game released on Wii U in 2015, while Splatoon 2 debuted just a few months after the launch of the Switch in 2017. In just 7 years, Splatoon has become a worldwide success for Nintendo. Splatoon 3 is now the fastest-selling game of all time in Japan. Really? Where the game sold 3.45 million copies in its first 3 days on the market. Wow. Additional sales figures have not been revealed, but clearly the game is off to a very strong start. Huh. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty good. Like the previous 2 games in the series, Splatoon 3 is an online multiplayer shooter. Unlike other games in the genre, Splatoon puts a bigger emphasis on covering the ground in colored paint using a variety of weapons. While players can splat their opponents by covering them in paint, it's far more important to cover the ground instead. While these competitions are usually between 2 color teams, Splatoon 3 introduced Tricolor Turf Wars, in which 3 teams go head-to-head. With its 3 colors converting the screen, the new Google Easter egg is a fitting tribute to Splatoon in general, but also this mode in particular. Splatoon 3 is available now exclusively on Nintendo Switch. Readers can check out all the previous coverage of the game right here. If you want to check out that link, I'll throw this in chat. There you go. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 will include controversial Overwatch 2 feature. This is a phone number. This is a phone number requirement, okay? I already know what this is. Most of us already know what this is. Activision Blizzard's release of Overwatch 2 has been hampered by a handful of issues, including a controversial requirement that forces players to register a phone number. The requirement has frustrated some players, as prepaid phones are not eligible. Look, this is not necessarily a big surprise here. We already kind of knew Call of Duty was going to do this as well. And look, Blizzard and Activision are the same company nowadays, right? Blizzard makes Overwatch. They've still got their own like games that they make, but they are, we were talking yesterday about how Japan quite often, will combine these companies together to still be able to compete. That's kind of, what happened there. Not necessarily the same exact thing, but, when Activision and Blizzard came together, it didn't just, one of the names didn't go away. And they still have their own titles that they work on, and these titles are still underneath those names. Like Call of Duty is still under Activision, Overwatch is still under Blizzard, even though they're one big company now, right? And they are one big company, so Blizzard's incorporation of phone number requirement for Overwatch 2, even though they've backtracked on that a little bit and said only people that are kind of starting to play the game after June of this year have to have a phone number attached. And they might do the same thing with Call of Duty. Activision is doing the same thing with Call of Duty, right? Following pushback, Activision has offered leniency for existing players, but it seems that this model will be the norm for the company's other games, including Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. As PC Gamer first noticed, the Battle.net page for phone notifications lists Modern Warfare 2 as a game that requires a phone number to gain access. Quote, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 newly created Overwatch 2 accounts and newly created Call of Duty Modern Warfare accounts require a phone number. The company's official website reads, Activision's rationale behind this new requirement is that it can help the publisher cut down on cheating. Since phone numbers can only be registered once, it makes it harder for players to circumvent a ban by creating a new account. Unfortunately, the move is also acting as a paywall, making it so that players can only enjoy games like Modern Warfare 2 or Overwatch 2 if they can afford a monthly phone plan. It's possible that Activision could move away from this requirement if there's enough negative feedback, but it's difficult to say how many players this will impact. It's great this company is taking strides to prevent cheating, absolutely, But for players that have been with the Call of Duty series for a long time, it's easy to see how this might be frustrating. For now, players will just have to make their voices heard on social media. They want to see Activision Blizzard reverse course. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 will release October 28th on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, and PC. This is going to be a trial and error process, if you will. Okay, what Activision Blizzard, as well as other companies, are trying to do to prevent people from making multiple accounts to circumvent bans, whether it be bans for cheating, bans for breaking terms of service, for, doing things like using discriminatory terms in VoIP chat, whatever, anything like that. People get bans for all kinds of stuff, and this is a great first step, in my opinion, to eliminating a lot of this kind of these things in online service competitive games that can really, really degrade a community, right? Degrade a player base. But this is just kind of the first step, and this is going to be an evolutionary process in trying to figure out the best way to go about incorporating mechanics to fight dupe accounts, fight hackers, fight cheaters, fight people that break terms of service, things like that. The phone number thing is not bad. It's not a fix-all, though, right? So they're going to have to come up with, like, I think what this is going to end up being is a multifaceted kind of solution. You've got a phone number can be tied in, or something else can be used, or something else can be used. And I don't know exactly what the solution is, but the phone number thing is not a fix-all, right? It doesn't work for everybody, whether it be people that can't afford it, whether it be kids, younger audiences that don't have a phone. They are creating a significant obstacle to certain individuals getting into, and let's be honest, the barrier there is for younger audiences. Inherently, what you're going to find is with this phone number thing, the younger the audience, the less money they have to spend on a phone plan that works for meeting the requirements. Because one of the articles we've already read about this issue is that pay-as-you-go phones quite often don't work with their requirement for a phone number, right? So there are a lot of people that use pay-as-you-go phones. It's a cheaper kind of thing. It fits a lot of people's financial situation, because if you're not able to pay for it, it doesn't go to collections or anything for people. It just means your phone's shut off for until you pay, and that's good for a lot of people. So there's issues, and whether it be younger people that are going to school and trying to pay bills, and look, there are a lot of people that don't have enough money to have a consistent, phone plan that meets the requirements of what they need to play this game. It's also all the way down to kids that just don't have a phone. You know what I mean? You're eliminating their ability to get in and play certain titles. And I don't know what the age requirement is for somebody to supposedly be allowed to buy terms of service of Blizzard to play Overwatch. But whether you're talking about Overwatch or any other game, this creates barriers for, I think, a younger audience more than an older audience to get in and play these titles. So I don't think the phone number thing is the fix-all. I think it's a great first step, but it's not the full solution here. And we're going to see other things be incorporated to try to, like I said, be more of a multi-faceted. You can use a phone number. You can use something else. You can use something else, but it's got to be something substantial to still keep people from making these dupe accounts. I don't know what the solution is, but we'll see. New Minecraft game teased by Insider. A new game in the Minecraft franchise has been teased by a notable video game industry insider. Over the past couple of years, developer Mojang Studios has slowly been expanding the property in new ways. While the original Minecraft remains incredibly popular in its own right, other titles like Minecraft Dungeons and the upcoming Minecraft Legends have started to come about lately. While the release of Minecraft Legends in 2023 is something that a number of fans are looking forward to, sounds like it's not the only new spin-off in the works. According to reporter Jez Corden, a new Minecraft game that isn't tied to Legends or Dungeons is said to be in development right now. Corden shared this information on the latest episode of the Xbox 2 podcast. Sadly, the mere existence of this project is about all that we know at the moment. Corden doesn't know what the game will be called, what genre it will belong to, or when it could even be announced. Still, this move wouldn't be much of a shock and would bring about a third spin-off installment within the series. One place where this new Minecraft title could be revealed is at Minecraft Live, which is set to take place next weekend on October 15th. This event is one where Mojang will reveal new information related to the future of Minecraft. Based on this leak from Corden, though, it doesn't sound like Minecraft Live is where this announcement will come about. Corden claims that this upcoming spin-off might be too early in the development process for Mojang to want to unveil it just yet. As such, assuming that this report is accurate, it sounds like we might have to wait a bit longer than hoped to see this game in an official capacity. Cool. Well, that's probably some nice, intriguing news there for the fans of Minecraft to know that not only are there games that have been announced, like Legends, Dungeons and Legends, and Legends coming out soon, but they're working on something additional as well. So it's probably got to be kind of exciting for everybody that's fans of the Minecraft universe, yeah? Renegade to publish Axis and Allies and other classic Hasbro games. This is all board game stuff. That's all board game stuff. Sorry. Embracer thinking decades ahead with Lord of the Ring IP. Okay. Just a few months ago, the Embracer Group announced they have acquired Middle-earth Enterprises, which is the IP rights holder to the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit literary works, not the movies. Understandably, given Embracer is a video game company, this means that we should see games based on the IP. Having said that, it seems the company has a lot planned for it and is in for the long haul. Speaking in the latest issue of Edge magazine, Embracer CEO Lars Wingsfors mentions that for the license, they are thinking, quote, decades ahead. We wouldn't acquire the brand of Lord of the Rings if we were just thinking to maximize the potential over the coming year. You need to think decades ahead, and that's how we will continue to think about this. While no formal game based on the IP has been announced just yet, it's a matter of time until the company announces one. I mean, it's not like they lack the manpower to develop it and whatnot. What Lord of the Rings game do you want to see from Embracer? I'm intrigued about seeing Gollum. I know that's one that's already being done. I mean, that was supposed to release in September. So, I mean, that's kind of what I want to see. I want to see Gollum, man. That's what I want to see right now. But I think they've got a lot of opportunity here, right? I think ultimately, what a lot of people have been wanting for a long time, and what who was it that was working on the Lord of the Rings MMO? It wasn't Amazon, was it? Was it Amazon that was working on the Lord of the Rings MMO with a certain developer, and then that developer got bought up by Tencent, I think, and then Tencent and Amazon couldn't come to any kind of agreement on moving forward, so it all got shut down. I think that's correct. Yeah, I think so, Gamer. Yeah, because we've read about that. I mean, ultimately, I don't think that would be a bad play, if it's done correctly, though. A lot of people love Lord of the Rings, and we see a lot of these series, whether it be a very beloved game universe like Elder Scrolls be turned into an MMO, Final Fantasy be turned into an MMO, or a cinematic kind of universe be turned into an MMO experience. It can work as long as it's done well, and I think that's the main thing there. So I don't think there's been a significant Lord of the Rings MMO, at least in modern gaming. And I know there was an older one, I'm pretty sure, but I don't remember the name of it. And as far as modern gaming goes, it's been quite some time since that one happened. So that might be a play for him, but it needs to be done well. And I mean, as any game does, but specifically with MMOs, I mean, you're talking about a whole different kind of situation of not just what games are inherently of trying to attract an initial player base, but you have to also constantly be on the ball of creating new engaging content to continually have the player base engaged and trying to continually bring in new players. It's not an easy thing to do. That's why I think that there are so few really, really, really good MMOs out there, because it's a difficult thing to keep up. But it could be a good play for them. It's a universe that people love, and I mean, you see it happening right now. And we'll see how it turns out. But you talk about the Hogwarts game coming out. That's another example of people, are getting hyped up about being able to play kind of an MMO experience in the universe of Harry Potter, and even though it's not based around Harry Potter, just like maybe this wouldn't necessarily be based specifically around playing any of the Lord of the Rings characters, the Hobbit characters, you would engage with some of those characters as you had your own character playing in maybe this Tolkien universe, right? The Lord of the Rings universe. So, I don't know. That could be a play, right? People love MMOs. They can be very lucrative whenever they're done right. And that might be a play for them, especially if they're thinking long term. If you're thinking long term, it's not a bad play, but it takes a lot of good people to be involved in that type of development process and ongoing development to make it work right. So we'll see. No Man's Sky Waypoint patch notes released. No Man's Sky is now available on Nintendo Switch, but fans of all versions of the game have reason to celebrate thanks to the Waypoint update. Prior to the release of version 4.0, developer Hello Games revealed some of the new options fans could expect to see, but now a full list of patch notes is available. The update adds a new relaxed mode, allows players a lot more freedom to tailor the difficulty, and adds several changes to inventory management. To name just a few improvements, full patch notes from the game's official website can be found below. The guide, catalog, and milestones UI pages have been merged into one unified information portal and given a visual overhaul. Dude, there are a lot of notes here. A lot of notes, guys. I'm not reading all these. Sorry, not happening. What I will do is link it for you. Yeah, dude, there are a lot of things coming in this patch. Holy crap! I'll read the headlines for you here. Okay, so information portal changes, new difficulty framework, saving, visuals, inventory, user interface and quality of life changes, missions, balances, base building, bug fixes, All in all, this is looking like a substantial update. No Man's Sky is quite a bit different from the game that first launched in 2016. Yes, I would say so. And all of these changes seem like they'll make for an even better experience regardless of the platform. Hello Games has made it clear that the developer plans on supporting the game for a long time to come, so there might be a lot more updates like this in the future. No Man's Sky is available now for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Switch. It just got ported to Switch here recently, which is cool. Understand this. While No Man's Sky is very, very notable and renowned as being an absolutely horrible release, this is a game that got hyped up well beyond anything it delivered on release. Hello Games is an indie studio. They have absolutely redeemed themselves in my eyes. No, there is no way that a game should ever be released in that manner, right? Don't get me wrong. But as far as sticking with their title, wanting to give the people that bought into the hype of the game what they deserved, and give fans of gaming what they deserve, and wanting to help people see what the developers had for the vision of this game initially, even though it didn't deliver on release. What I'll say is that this game has come a long, long ways. And there's no DLC for this game. Everything that has come out for this game after its release in 2016 is free. So there's been significant updates to this game, and content updates that most companies absolutely would have turned into DLC content, and they haven't done it at all. So there's something to be said for that, and I think there should be some kudos handed out to Hello Games for sticking by this piece of software, their vision and their passion for wanting people to be able to finally to experience what this game was meant to be in the first place by them, even though it didn't deliver on release, and so I would say, if you're into space exploration, some base building stuff, and you should give it a look. Absolutely. It goes on sale quite often. I think you can usually pick it up for around $20 to $30, and that's the full game. You don't have to pay for anything else. There is no DLC for it, because everything that's ever come out for the game after its release is just inherently part of the game. And that's a very rare thing to see nowadays. Dune Awakening official PC system requirements. Awakening is a new, highly anticipated upcoming game from Funcom. Here are the game's official PC system specs. Dune Awakening is an upcoming action-adventure survival MMO from Funcom, initially announced at Gamescom 2022 on 23 August of this year. The game is linked to the popular Dune sci-fi novel series by Frank Herbert, draws much inspiration from the motion picture adaptation of the same name. Set in Arrakis, Dune Awakening is a blend of the survival and online multiplayer game genres, creating a unique open-world MMO experience. But is your gaming rig powerful enough to play it? This article details the minimum recommended PC requirements for Dune Awakening. Wait, what? We got debated, chat. We got debated. Nice. So that whole first paragraph there then segues into this. Unfortunately, the official PC system requirements for Dune Awakening are not available. What? What? And then it shows all the PC specs to be TBA. Who are you, dude? Chadley Kemp? You troll? What? What a troll. He's got like some speculation regarding, what this is all speculative as to what the requirements would be. What a troll, dude. This article details the minimum recommended PC requirements for Dune Awakening, and then doesn't list anything because they're not out yet. What a flippin' troll. We'll go ahead and watch the announcement trailer, though. We've seen it before, but it's been a while. I'll let you watch it.
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer.
What a troll.
Fear is the little death.
I think this is all cinematic, though. You don't see any gameplay, I don't think. Unfortunately. Jump, 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 jump. Don't jump. It's not worth it. Not now.
I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear is gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain.
So that's the announcement trailer from earlier this year at Gamescom. Yeah, back in August. And I don't know. That's doesn't really give us anything gameplay wise. Sorry that this article was trolly. I didn't realize it was going to be, but Harley Quinn vocal actor says that the Mario movie should be Charles Martinet. And I think there are probably a lot of other people that feel that way as well. Tara Strong believes that adding Charles Martinet to the Mario movie is a naive fact that Hollywood doesn't like the voice actor. The film starring Chris Pratt in a Disney animated Super Mario Bros. Is easily the most controversial of the whole affair, yeah. Especially when he confirmed that he wouldn't give his typical Italian accent to Mario. Pratt's detractors felt more justified as they displeasured after the first trailer was released. Although Jack Black's Bowser received nearly universal praise, yeah, that sounded pretty good. Pratt's Mario voice has been criticized for being his regular voice with a simple and fast-to-use Brooklyn accent. The regular fan has become umbraged. Even the professional voice actor Tara Strong has been in touch with the controversy. During the trailer release, Strong tweeted that Charles should be the name of his friend, expressing its support for the Mario's video game voice actor Charles Martinet. Martinet played in the games from the start of the 90s. While many actors have shown mascots of Nintendo's before, such as Bob Hoskins in the justly maligned live-action film, Martinet is really considered to be Mario, yeah. Too much of the fans complain he being replaced by Pratt for the new movie. This is not a a fantastically written article, sorry. Strong herself believes that Martinet's replacement only does show how little respect Hollywood has for professional voice actors. Yeah. According to an email from the same post, she wrote, Voyage actors. I will help you sell so much money, make the studios money, and make generations around the world happy. Hollywood, we don't care. Voice actors. I'm going to bring my heart to this for 20 years, sell merch, make the studios millions of dollars, and make generations happy. Hollywood, we don't care. Yeah, basically. Chris is a great actor. This is only about what is right. Charles should have been offered the role. Yeah. This is actually very difficult to read. It's not very well written. But yeah, I think it is kind of rough, especially considering this is a completely animated show, right? I think that's one of the reasons so many people thought in the first place that the new Mario Brothers movie wasn't going to be completely animated. I think a lot of people thought that it was going to probably be like a mix of like CGI animated kind of stuff with some live action things thrown in, which is why probably Chris Pratt was being cast as Mario. But now that we've seen this, it's legit just fully animated, full on animated show. And I agree. I think it feels a bit bad that Mario doesn't sound like Mario, right? That's a little bit weird considering that Mario has sounded the same way forever. And why shouldn't Charles Martinet be playing that role? It seems like a pretty, I mean, honestly, it seems like a sad move to just shut Charles Martinet out. And again, I don't have any kind of inside track or information on whether Charles Martinet was offered the role, tried out for the role, or anything like that. But he's been doing this voice for 20 years. I think that he would be able to voice the character absolutely fine, you know? So I don't know what happened there, but seems rough. On that note, there are some really cool videos out there on like YouTube, stuff like that, sites like that. If you want to get a look at who Charles Martinet is and see what he does in voice acting Mario, it's pretty neat. PlayStation Plus adds new trial for popular 2022 PS5 and PS4 game. PS Plus has added a new game trial that is tied to one of the most popular games of 2022 that released on both PS5 and PS4 platforms. Back when Sony overhauled PS Plus earlier this year, one of the new features that it added to the subscription service for its premium tier included timed demos. And while these trials launched in a somewhat lackluster state, PS Plus subscribers can now give one of the year's best games a spin without having to outright buy it. As of this weekend, developer Techland has released a timed demo for Dying Light 2 on PS Plus. This demo grants PS Plus subscribers 3 hours to play the game for themselves. Those on both PS5 and PS4 can look to take advantage of this trial, and it should continue to exist on PS Plus in perpetuity. If you happen to play Dying Light 2 in this manner and enjoy the game, your progress from the demo should transfer seamlessly to the full experience if you then happen to buy it. Again, it's worth stressing the game trials are only tied to the PS Plus premium tier of the subscription platform. This means that if you're a member of PS Plus Essential or PS Plus Extra, you won't be able to gain access to this trial of Dying Light 2. Outside of game trials, the only other major perk of PS Plus Premium is that it lets subscribers access games from PlayStation's Classics catalog, which stem from PS1, PS2, PS3, and PSP. Outside of this new demo for Dying Light 2, it's also worth noting that October's free games for PS Plus are now available to download. Hot Wheels Unleashed, Injustice 2, and Super Hot, which we've covered numerous times. Yeah. All right. There you go. Looks like if you're looking for some deals on select Nintendo games and Amiibo figures, you've come to the right place. From October 9th through the 15th, find offers on some of your favorite games and more, including Nintendo Switch Sports, Super Mario 3D World, Bowser's Fury, Yoshi's Crafted World, Pokemon Snap, I think that's Zelda Skyward Sword, right? And Hyrule Warriors. Yeah. So you choose from these. Save up to $10 on physical versions of Switch Sports. $20 on Super Mario 3D World Bowser's Fury. $20 on Yoshi's Crafted World. $20 on Pokemon Snap. $20 on Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. $20 on Hyrule Warriors. $25 when you purchase Animal Crossing New Horizons game together with the Animal Crossing New Horizons Happy Home Paradise DLC. And $5 when you purchase Metroid Dread Amiibo 2-pack or Zelda A Loftwing Amiibo. Looks like they've got some other stuff down here. And yeah. So if you're in the market for some Nintendo stuff right now, there you go. Any of those titles, it's in chat, okay? This is the last article I have, guys. So we will hop into this, discuss, and then move on to Dead Space 2 Day 4, all right? If you have anything to add to the segment, let me know. We'll address it before we move on, all right? Microsoft has offered a glimpse at how much Xbox Game Pass actually makes. Heaps of cash money. I think we knew that. What you need to know, Xbox Game Pass is Microsoft's all-you-can-eat gaming subscription service providing access to hundreds of games for a relatively low monthly fee. Microsoft is attempting to acquire Activision Blizzard in a blockbuster acquisition valued at over $70 billion. Regulatory scrutiny of the deal has led to certain data points being made public, giving us a glimpse into the revenues associated with Xbox Game Pass. As of January 2021, Xbox Game Pass was racking up $2.9 billion in revenue for the fiscal period. Sometimes Xbox Game Pass seems a little too good to be true, flying in the face of traditional gaming revenue models. With Xbox Game Pass, Microsoft is offering thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of content for $10 a month. Potentially even cheaper if you factor in the upcoming Xbox Game Pass friends and family accounts as well. Yeah. In any case, Xbox Game Pass isn't going anywhere. I've seen analysts and pundits rally around the idea that the service must be burning through cash hand over fist in order to offer the value it does. And that may still be true, but as noticed by TweetTown, we now have a glimpse at roughly how much revenue Game Pass is actually generating. Microsoft is currently trying to get its massive Xbox Activision Blizzard merger through regulatory bodies around the globe. In order to make its legal arguments, certain data points Microsoft typically doesn't share with its shareholders publicly is making its way into the public domain as a result of these discussions. Turns out that Xbox Game Pass is making a fair bit of dosh. According to Brazil's regulatory body, CADE, Xbox Game Pass's revenue from subscription stands at $2.9 billion, almost $3 billion in the fiscal period ending January 2021. TweetTown noted that it accounts for 18% of Microsoft's revenue from gaming for that fiscal year, which would have put Xbox Game Pass's subscribers at around 18 to 19 million mark. That last official figure we got on Xbox Game Pass subscribers came last January, where Redmond revealed it had hit 25 million users. Should be noted, however, this figure only includes users on the console versions of Xbox Game Pass, with PC Game Pass figures omitted. It's also hard to know the exact breakdown of this revenue figure. Does it include purchases of games in the post-Game Pass discount period? Does it include microtransactional sales and in-game content sales for titles that are in Xbox Game Pass? Or is it representative purely of the subscriber figures across Xbox Game Pass and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which are $10 and $15 a piece, respectively? And sure, revenue also doesn't show us exactly how much Microsoft is spending to produce that turnover. What it does show us unequivocally is that there is serious and continued demand for this type of subscription service. Whether it's Xbox Game Pass for consoles, Xbox Cloud Gaming, or PC Gaming, the service is likely here for the long haul. Yeah. Look, I've said this for a while now, and I don't even have Game Pass at this current time, but I've said this for a while. Game Pass is a game changer for what is happening in the industry. And Xbox has really been cultivating this significant piece of their repertoire here since 2017, I think, is when Game Pass officially came out. One of the huge things that they do, obviously, and we've talked about a lot, is they do their day one Xbox releases on Game Pass as well, right? And that's a huge buy-in for people. They continue to do things like the Family Pass stuff that is a huge pull for, and it's a huge pull to keep generating more subscribers to their service. And that's a big deal because Xbox specifically, they don't make money on consoles, right? They specifically make most of their money off of software and their subscription services. So, with that in mind, it makes a lot of sense that they are always trying to find ways to continue to bring people in to what they are offering in their Game Pass. It's actually really wild. And I am potentially going to try my own hand at Game Pass here in the near future. It's I think the thing that's rough for me is I have such a backlog of games already that the idea of buying into a subscription service at this point just, it exacerbates that issue to a huge extent. Like, I've got so many games that I in my library I haven't played already. I don't know what the point in me having a subscription service right now really is, but it's hard to not want to give it a shot. So I don't know, we'll see, but they're doing a really good job here, and it's very lucrative for them, absolutely. So it's kind of wild seeing just how much bigger, and again, I don't think this is even, I think more than likely, yeah, I guess, dude, I think that's the way a lot of people see it. For me, it's like, what's the point, But yeah, what's up, Syke? Happy Thanksgiving, dude. Look at that, though. Look at what the Microsoft does in their revenue there from their Game Pass, subscription service over the others. It's kind of wild. It's really nuts. Pretty incredible. And I think an important thing to bring up here as well is, it does cost them a lot too. What they have to pay out to developers to allow their day one releases to be on Game Pass, it's substantial, right? But that's a huge pull for people. Now, what you're starting to see, and what they've been doing for a long time actually, but you'll continue to see with Xbox, is that that's one of the reasons they want to continue to buy a lot of these Xbox devs, these companies that develop significant big titles for their platform. Because if you own those companies, you're not having to pay them anymore for those those games to be on Game Pass day one. That's just pure revenue moving forward, right? So, outside of business expenses and everything, right? So, that's something to take into consideration there. But that's one of the reasons that things like taking over, purchasing Activision Blizzard, purchasing Activision Blizzard, even taking a look at outside of what Call of Duty is and means to them, which is huge. You're talking about an absolutely massive portfolio of games for them to add to the Game Pass. That is just another huge pool, right? They're smart. They're doing it smart. man, that's what I've got, guys. That's what I've got for today. We're going to move on to Dead Space 2. Day 4. Keep pushing. We gotta get through Dead Space 2, then get through Dead Space 3, so we can start Scorn on Friday. Scorn drops on Friday. So we gotta get to pushing here, get through these the last half of Dead Space 2, and get through Dead Space 3, and get ready to start Scorn on Friday. So we got 4 days. 4 days to get through the rest of the Dead Space series, and I think we're kind of right there on par. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. Start Scoring on Friday. It'll be good stuff. But to everybody that is part of this community, first and foremost, thank you very much. And to everybody that was part of today's news segment, you rock. I appreciate you. And to everybody celebrating Thanksgiving today, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, I know. It's like, it was brutal. That was so brutal. Yeah, I was so worn out after that, dude. So, on that note, if you're checking out this content on YouTube, you're enjoying it, see what you can do about coming and hanging out with myself. The rest of this amazing community, when we go live at 6 a.m. CST every single day, we start off all of our streams with video gaming news, okay? Other than that, you guys just stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we will catch everybody tomorrow for October 11th edition of Video Gaming News. All right?